Link, can you put your hand at your chest? It was saying, hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello, everybody. So you can sit in a comfortable meditation posture. When you're all ready, it's at max. So max, make sure your legs, hands, and face are visible. Okay, we need to do a little more adjustment. Okay, that's good. You can actually come even closer. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture, let's make sure our back is erect, side face down. And we can make the first determination in our minds towards the scene. From now on, for 12 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 12 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 12 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, you can gently lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be healthy and changing. We continue in this manner to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheek, ear, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and flesh around the head to be happy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, and abdomen. Back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be happy and changing. We continue to the bottom, strips of clay. You allow all of the muscles and blood throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And as we allow the body to be the way it is, we ourselves achieve freedom from worry about the body. Let's enjoy this freedom. Let's watch this breathe. Now let's share our peace with other living beings. May all beings in this world be in peace. May all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this village or city be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this continent be in peace. May all beings on this planet be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for the sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds towards this scene. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And with that determination, you can slowly and mindfully change the way I was sitting. And when you have changed the way that I was sitting, let's take one more minute during which you will be curiously watching what's going on in the mind. So let's move on to the teachers and 5 precepts. So I'd like to ask everybody to unmute. So since you're ready, Yamahan Vadami Tambaleka, Bhante,
Aham Bhante.
Visaranena Saha,
Saha
Panchasilam Dhammam Yanchami, Anugraham Tatva, Silam Vetame Bhante, Anukampam Upadami, Ditiyampi Aham Bhante, Visaranena Saha, Panchasilam Dhammam Yanchami, Anugraham Tatva, Silam Vetame Bhante, Anukampam Upadami, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami, Buddhang saranang gacchami, Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatyami buddhang saranang gacchami, tatyami dhammang saranang gacchami, tatyami sanghang gacchami.
Saranaagamanam paripurnam. Yeah, okay, so Miniman Chief, what is the first precept?
The first precept is healing.
Okay. Panatipata Vera Manisikkhapadam Samadhyami. Priha, what is the second precept?
The second precept is masculine.
Adinadana Vera Manisikkhapadam Samadhyami. What is the third precept?
The third precept is not sexual misconduct.
Kane Sumicchācārā Vera Manisikkhapadam Samadhyami. Max, what is the fourth precept?
The fourth precept is like not lying.
Not telling what it says. Musavādā Vera Manisikkhapadam Samadhyami.
Musavara Vera Manitika Sulaviyami.
What is the fifth precept?
The fifth precept is not drinking alcohol and drugs, using drugs.
Surameraya Macchapamada Vera Manisikha Padam Samadhyami.
Suramma Vidavadhana Vera Manitika Sulaviyami.
Okay, very well. So now let's move on to reciting. So we'll be reciting Okarata. Show me the screen. Okay, so let's start in English. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
In order that all the faults sampadosa
In order that all the
done by body, kaya, kamma, speech, vachi, kamma,
done by body, kaya, kamma, speech, vachi, kamma,
or mind, mano, kamma disappear
or mind, kamma disappear.
for the first time, for the second time, for the third time.
For the first time, for the second time, for the third time.
Patamaditya tatiya, completing 3 times.
Completing 3 times.
I respectfully and humbly pay respect and worship
I respectfully and humbly pay respect and worship
the jewel of Buddha, the jewel of Dhamma, the teachings,
the jewel of Dhamma, the teachings,
and the jewel of Sangha, the community of monks,
and the jewel of Sangha, the community of monks,
the 3 jewels venerable Sat.
the 3 jewels venerable Sat.
Due to the intentional action, kamma cetana,
Due to the intentional action, kamma cetana,
and goodness of paying respect,
and goodness of respect,
may I be liberated and free from all
may I be liberated and free from all
4 realms of woe, 3 periods of disaster,
4 realms of woe, 3 periods of disaster,
8 wrong destinations, 5 enemies,
8 wrong destinations, 5 enemies,
4 disasters, 5 kinds of detriment,
4 disasters, 5 detriment,
96 kinds of disease, 62 wrong views,
96 kinds of disease, 62 wrong views,
and I want to achieve the peace of path, fruition,
and I want to achieve the peace of path, fruition,
the noble Nibbana, venerable Sir.
the noble Nirvana, venerable Sir.
Okay, let's try it in Burmese. Okata, okata, okata,
Okata,
kayakam, vasikam, manokam,
kaya managan,
tabbadokam,
sawadam,
kataindo,
katendo,
အပြေတို့ကို
အပြည့်ကို
ပြောက်ပါစေခြင်းအကျိုးမှာ
ပြောပါစေအချင်း
ပထမဒုတိယတတိယ
ပထမတတိယတတိယ
တစ်ကြိမ်နှစ်ကြိမ်သုံးကြိမ်ရောက်အောင်
တစ်ချိန်တစ်ချိန်အောင်
တရားယတနာတရားယတနာသင်္ခါယတနာ
တရားရတာနဲ့ယတနာ
ယတနာမြတ်သုံးပါးတို့ကို
ယတနာဘာလို့ကို
အယုအသေးအလေးအမြတ်
အယောအလေးမြတ်
လက်အောင်မိုး
လက်အောက်ကို
ရှိခိုးပူဇော်
ရှိဖို့
ပုညောမန်လျှော့
ဦးမြောင်နဲ့ချုပ်
ကတော်ပါဤအရှင်ဖေယံ
သောဘာဤအရှင်ဖျား
ကတော်ရာသော
ကတော်ရတော်
တောင်းမှုဖြင့်
ကောင်းမှုက
စေတနာတို့ကြောင့်
စေနာတိ
အပယ်ယူသာ
အပေလေးပါ
ကပ်တောင်းပါ
ကောင်းပါ
ယက်တိရှိပါ
ယနေ့ရှိပါဒီက
ယံသူမြင်ပါပါ
ယနေ့ညောမှာပါ
ဝိပတ်တိ
ဝိဘတ်တေ
တရားလေးပါ
တရားလေးပါ
ယတနာတရားငါးပါး
ယတနာတရားနာ
အနာမျိုး96ပါး
အညာ96ပါ
မိစ္ဆာဒိဋ္ဌိ
မေစာစေ
62ပါး
60ပါ
တို့မှာ
တော့မှာ
အခါကတံ
အခါကတည်းက
ကင်းလွတ်
တန်
ငြိမ်းဒီဖြစ်၍
ငြိမ်းဒီဖြစ်
မတ္တရားဖုတ္တရာ
နတရာပုတ္တရာ
နိဗ္ဗာန်ချမ်းသာ
နေမချမ်းသာ
တရားတော်မြတ်ကို
တရားတော်
ရာရာပါလို့ဤ
ရာရာ
အရှင်ဘုရား
အရှင်ဖျား
Very well. So you have hopefully still reviewed your notes in your notebooks from the video that we have read, and I would like to ask you to share with me those notes, and I just want to know one. So I would like to ask you all to select one out of the notes that you made when you were watching the video and just read for all of us. So it's only one thing, single thing. If it is, for example, in the US, there are that many suicides, totally enough. Okay, it doesn't have to be a sentence, doesn't have to be something long. It needs to be an information that you took from the first lecture. So I would like to start with Fang Kun.
So I have to set the notes.
No. Just read it for me.
Can you please wait so that I can log it to Evernote?
Okay, so move on to Pauli.
Sorry, but I don't have any note because I don't have to watch in the video. But I read in the book. The book I asked Miss Tutam to ask the homework, and I see the book she gives me, and I just read the book, but I am not see the video.
So, were you here when I was playing the video for all of the people? Were you here? Did you watch the lecture with me? Oh, you were not here the last 2 weeks?
Yes, but I don't know the web.
No. We were watching the video here together. Do you remember that? Were you here and watched the video with us?
Yes.
So you saw the video, right?
Yeah.
The instruction was that you write notes while you're watching the video, not at home. It was not a homework. You remember that sometimes I would stop the video as you were watching it?
No,
You don't remember that sometimes I would like stop it in the middle and say, so now you can write down this and that? You don't remember that? Okay, well, and do you remember something from those videos? Anything?
just a little bit.
Yeah,
But
whatever you remember, let me know.
But I can explain it. Sorry.
You can't explain. Well, then it's not very powerful memory. So there are various things, the interesting things that you could find interesting. So it is in wondrium.com. Okay, I will send you the exact link. You may need a credit card to get to see the video. You do not have to pay, but they may ask you about your credit card. So you need to be careful about that. If in that case you will have to ask parents for help, for the first 30 days, it may be for free. It will probably be for free for you. Okay? Alright, so from Kunti, have you got your notes? You got
I've got my notes.
So please read for us one thing that you have written down.
So firstly, I've written down the facts about suicide deaths and the cause of it. So the cause, I've written down that there are several causes that can lead to suicide. For example, financial or work stressors, strained relationships, physical health condition, or etc. And I've come to the conclusion that suicide can happen to anyone. And also depression can lead to suicide, and I've noted down that depression accounts for 60% to 70% of suicide deaths.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted one thing. So suicide can happen theoretically for to anyone, because that's the same thing like anyone can be depressed and unhappy. Okay? But there are people who are under a higher risk, and there are people who are under a lower risk. So not everybody is in a high risk, but not everybody is in a low risk as well. So you need to listen. You need to watch how the person is reacting, what the person is saying. So if the person comes to you and say, you know what, tomorrow I have this plan to hang myself, and I already got the road, and I know where to hang myself. Well, then you know that the risk is higher than somebody who comes to you and says, oh, my life is so successful, I've never been happy with it. So you see that in some people, in some cases, the risk is higher and sometimes it's lower. We cannot really say that it's the same for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Me and Huang Chi?
Yes.
Okay, so if you have any notes from the video, please read it to us. Just one.
I went to sleep early that day, so I didn't watch the video.
And well, I have sent the link. Do you think you will be able to get into that link and watch the video?
Yes, I can.
The link will surely work, but probably not the video. So you will need to you will need to subscribe, and for that they want a credit card number. So I think none of you here probably has a credit card, but your parents surely do. So you can ask them for help, and you can promise that you will say that unsubscribe. You will cancel the subscription before the period ends. But you will have to remember for that. You will have to remember to do that. I cannot be responsible for it. Okay? I personally think that this is one of the sites that are definitely worthy of subscription because these are very good lectures given by professionals, by educated people. They're not some like Hollywood style or something like that, but they're pretty informative, and I can tell that out of my experience, I've already seen many of the courses in 1 year, and I have learned a lot of interesting and important information. All right, so Isabella, do you have any more?
My notes. Women attempt suicide 4 times more often than men. Men die from suicide 3 times more often than women.
Okay, and that's enough. I just wanted to know that. Thank you very much. Jay?
I don't know if I found it. Oh, yeah, okay. 50% of suicide victims have no mental health diagnosis, although 90% are diagnosed with one afterwards.
Thank you very much. Yes. Also, a very important thing is that not only that you may be able to, you may not be able to see whether the people have a mental illness, but in many cases, the people will just come up and tell you that they want to come, that they are lost to suicide. So your task is just to listen and ask, so do you have a plan? That's the magic question. If somebody tells you that they want to commit suicide, you ask, do you have a plan? Okay, if they say, why do you have a plan? I was joking. Well, then probably the risk is not high. It's there, but it's not high. But if they say, yes, of course, I have a plan. I already made sure that that my parents still have their old gun, and I'm sure that it will be there in the place, and I'm getting ready for the time when my parents are out of the house so that I can take it and use it. Well, then you know that the risk is very high. Right? So as soon as the person has a plan, well then that's the end, or the start of your hard work to help. At the end, yeah. Next, what do you have?
I wrote down that suicide was the leading cause of death in ages 10 to 19.
Okay, thank you.
I think most people, the most common like death by suicide is from ages 45 to 60.
Okay. Peter, would you like to read for us at least a portion of that, or to just tell us some information that you found most useful or interesting in the video?
Okay, so, wait, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, suicidal rates for each and every individual varies, and each and every person can have a different effect on suicidal thoughts and negative thoughts. This can vary from someone who say they want to die to someone who already knows and when to die, which are both high risk, but from someone that can say that they want to die but doesn't have a plan, otherwise may just give up on quitting life, which is generally a scary idea to end yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Let's continue. Learn one.
I said that the highest rate of suicide among men is 45 to 64 years old.
Okay, yeah, that's what we heard from Matt. Thank you very much. Very good. And now I have my notes also, and I would like to share with you those notes. Let me see what this is. It's a lot of notes. You would probably not be able to write this much from one watching, but at the same time, I don't want to require you to spend with the video more than what we spend here during the class. All right? The suggestion that you watch it yourself is for legal reasons, okay? Because when you have the subscription and I show you the video, there is no copyright problem. But when you do not have the subscription and I show you the video, well, then there could be a problem. I did get, some kind of like permission from them, like directly in email that I can show to the children, to the class. But we did not really discuss how many students and how many classes, how many years, and so on. So, it's not that reliable. So I'd be very happy if you have the subscription at least for the 30 days. And if there is something you found interesting, or you find interesting something else, because there are many different courses for different things, well then of course you can watch it because you are subscribed. So I'm going to send you the notes from the video part 1 of 3. And this is too much for you to write by hand. So I would like to suggest that you copy paste it into whatever software you have, be it Evernote or OneNote or Obsidian or whatever it is that you use, so that you always have it at hand in case if you need them. So what's there in the notes? The word commit suicide is not to be used because it may indicate a crime. Instead, use death by suicide or be lost to suicide. Suicide is especially common among people of age around 40 to 60 years old, but also the second leading cause of death among teenagers, 10th cause of death in the US. Teenagers, however, sometimes do not use as lethal method or lethal methods as adults. Women are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than men, but men are 3 times more likely to actually die from the attempt, mainly because men commonly reach for guns, unlike women who perhaps decide for medicine overdose or other methods. Although we may never be as helpful and effective as a trained medical professional, we can provide the most important help and start by identifying a soon-to-come suicide attempt. For example, by recognizing marks of depression in our friend's behavior or speech and connecting the person in need to a suitable professional help. That's what I got. There was much more very important information, but I think this is pretty good for you to remind yourself of some important things. And the part that we're going to watch now, time's up, but let's watch at least half of that. The part we're going to watch now will be more practical. It will be showing you better how to recognize suicidal intentions in the other person. Can everybody see my screen? No video yet. It's going over.
Yes, Pandit.
We'll be watching it from the browser right away. When should you act to prevent suicide? So that means, how will you recognize that there is a problem? So please make sure, everybody, that you have your notebooks with you. I would very much appreciate if you can write down notes during watching this particular video, it is difficult